Welcome to Con Carolina's Television. I am Bronner,
And I'm Ray, guys.
and we are here with some pretty amazing folks, which you probably recognize from previous shows. But I will have them introduce themselves.
I'm Buttercup.
Hi, Buttercup.
This is my first time on a stream. I thank y'all for being here. My name is Don Darrow. I'm
It's not awkward at
It's
all.
okay.
I'm
Be
I'm
yourself.
I'm ex- I'm excited to be here.
Breathe.
Like, how excited.
Well, we're something to have you too.
We're something. All right. We're something.
Well, today we have a pretty controversial topic for some. For some, it's just like another walk in the park. But we are going to talk about how far is too far when it comes to the barrage of violence and sexiness that is going on in the world of streaming services,
Content.
movies, all kinds of stuff.
Games.
So about 7 inches is too far.
A little bit.
What?
Wrong show. This
Wrong
isn't
show.
Friday.
Can someone bleep? Can someone bleep him? Okay, so I don't even know where I was. Take over.
Take over. Shit. I'm on the spot.
John broke me.
We're all broken.
No.
I
Okay.
have been the.
So,
I have
like, if you think about it, okay, everybody on the stream but me as a parent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As parents,
Guilty.
what do you guys do as far as censoring your children? What do you think is too far on, movies? And even for yourself, a lot of people are like, you know what, I won't watch that. I didn't like that. It just was too much. So the question is,
check it.
how
Oh,
much
sorry.
is too much?
I have. Okay, I'm gonna put it out there. I have two different generations of children. I have a 20 and a 17-year-old, and a 5-year-old, and I seriously censor according to their maturity level. Like Abby was way more able to see a lot more stuff and do a lot more things because she wasn't having the nightmares. She wasn't having the dreams or vivid dreams. They weren't even nightmares. But now Aiden, I had to cut him off, the 17-year-old. But this was also 15 years ago. So, it was a whole different ball game than it is today.
Whole
Like right
different.
now,
Hold it.
a whole different. Like right now, I won't even let Luna watch Caillou because Caillou's a brat, and I don't want her to learn that. I don't want her to learn that
So,
Caillou's a brat.
sex, drugs, rock and roll, gore, fine.
No,
Bratty child,
no
off
Caillou.
the table.
Yeah.
No Caillou.
Off the table.
No Caillou.
So
Things that you
just
can
wanna say
actually
hi
imitate.
to everybody in the chat, Mom, Frenchie, Hope, and we are definitely like, we need your input because I
Yeah.
want to know
Everybody's
side
input.
because everybody has a different opinion.
Yeah.
John, I'm
Yeah, but
pretty
I
sure
mean,
you
I
have
cut
one.
mine. I let my
I
kids
do.
watch blood, guts, and gore before I let them watch sex.
When it comes to my kids, it like exactly what she said. It is very biased to the kid. If you take my older son, he's very geeky, but he loves the idea of horror, but he has nightmares. Like all growing up, I mean, he would sleep with the light on. He just had a big trouble with his imagination. His imagination would get the better of him, and he couldn't handle it. My daughter, on the other hand, lives and breathes it. Like she jumps in, and
Why are girls like that? Because Abby was the same way.
I honestly don't
And they're
Abby
know,
much
loved
more
blood, guts,
mature.
and gores.
but
much
I
more.
have to.
She loved blood, guts, and gore, and it was never a problem.
But I had to censor a lot of other things from her, like adult humor, that I don't have to
The
censor from
curse
my
words.
son.
I did have to watch curse words there for a very long time, like because my kids were parents.
Yeah. Well, see, my son, he would always be like, "That's a bad word. We don't say bad words." My daughter, on the other hand, would be like, "What's up, mother?" And we'd be like,
That's my kid.
"Ooh,
Mother
ooh,
Hubbard.
you can't
Right.
say that." And she's like, "Why not?"
You were watching Samuel Jackson a lot, weren't you?
Oh no,
I'm so
on her
tired of these mother.
Nope.
on her
Dude.
very first day of school, we were about to go to school. She goes, "Dad, you want to see what I learned from TikTok?" And I said, "Well, sure." Thinking it was going to be a new flossy dance. She goes, "Hi, mother," and I'm like, "No,
Ooh.
we cannot say that at school. You do not go in your first day of school and tell them that." And she had a meltdown because now she could not say that at school.
Yeah.
and she was very upset. But she watched the entirety of Stranger Things behind my back
How does
because we
that
told her she
happen?
couldn't because she has a grandpa who she got hooked on Stranger Things
And manipulation.
and manipulation. My 5-year-old is smart.
Oh, I mean, have
So-
you seen her? She's cute. So
She's adorable. And
See,
she's
now, like Abby, she loves zombie movies. She actually loves zombie movies so much at the age of 10, she literally won Best Zombie of the Night at an actual zombie walk at the age of 10. No nightmares, no dreams, no nothing. But if she was to watch even Disney princesses kiss on screen, she's like, ew. So, I mean, we didn't watch anything that had any kind of skin. Anything, whether it was Disney or whether it was real life, or she was
What's
weird.
up,
I love my kid.
Yeah, it really is.
a little creepy.
It's parent to
A
parent.
little bit, but she's still a good kid.
Yeah, it is definitely parent to parent and kid to kid, because like I said, when you're censoring kids, you're honestly just hopefully just trying to protect them and help them, from forming bad habits. Because like I said, but when it comes to like content of television, I can't stand parents who are like, you shouldn't show that on television. My kid might watch it. I'm like, I know what my kid watch.
Right. I am all
Except
about.
for
I know
Stranger
exactly
Things.
what.
Except
I
for
know what
Stranger
my
Things.
kid. Yeah, then there's that. But
Okay.
yeah, I am all about. I know what my kids are watching. I know what's on the TV. I know. I know what's on my 17-year-old's phone.
Mhm.
I don't
Because
like some of it, but he is 17.
one
But
of the questions
I am
had-
aware. I'm there.
Yeah. One of the questions that I had when we were talking about, and the idea for this birthed itself was, I was never censored. I was like 7 watching Pulp Fiction.
That's
I
what
was
happened.
forced to watch The
Explains a
Exorcist.
lot.
I'm traumatized for life, by the way.
Yeah.
Traumatized for life. Thanks, Mom.
Is that why when I offered you pea soup, you ran like that at the con? When I was just like, would you like some pea soup? And you were like,
Oh no!
get out.
Stop.
Yeah.
Your
So
mother still
I
sucks in
wasn't
hell.
censored, but the world was a little more censored. Things were not as
Yeah.
readily available. So
That's what I'm saying.
it's great. Those of you with the older children here, Bronner Buttercup, like, do you guys have a difference between, what you would censor
Huge.
with the older children? Because what's out
Huge.
there now?
It was different decades, right? They're decades apart. So
Huge. Yeah, absolutely
know,
different. Like, okay,
different time.
so my 5-year-olds, I'm all about some PBS. I love PBS. I never even let them watch Nickelodeon. But now the crap I'm seeing on Nickelodeon now, I'm like even more hell to the no. I'm not that. My kids are so innocent. I want to keep them innocent as long as possible. I do shelter
Same.
them a little bit too much when it comes to pre-5. But once they turn 5 is when I start opening doors. They're letting me know what person they're becoming. That's when I'm like, okay, well, let's try this avenue, or let's start with this one. And if you're interested in this, I will help you go down that path. But if it gets to be too much, I'm cutting it off. I'm
Same.
cutting it off. Done.
But we're talking about the ease of access. I mean, you think about like, okay, I love the show The Boys.
That was an
dark.
example.
It's
That was
yeah,
an example.
it's a great one.
Are you
And
letting your kids watch it?
Oh hell no! But what kills me
Nope.
is okay. In the age of
Look, y'all.
back in the day, you could block channels.
This is well, you still can.
You could block channels. But if you think of it, like my kids use streaming services, and there's no real password lock of whose user account you're on.
Oh, I got mine on child lock.
Yeah, well, I could put mine on there.
Yeah.
But you have to be very cautious because there's if you look at my recently watched, there is Blippy, very kid friendly, super like cutie, The Boys. They're right beside each other in the
That's like mine
selection.
my Netflix is like Orange is the New Black, and then a something kitty, very kid friendly. Yeah, I get it.
Sean asked, do you censor differently between daughters and sons? I don't gender bias.
I don't gender bias. I do it people bias.
I do.
Yeah.
I gender bias for sure.
Yeah, he did.
Only because of the
Drove me crazy.
The maturity level of say.
But at that point, is it a gender bias or is it a maturity level difference?
A person,
There's a
just
legitimate
maturity thing.
It just so happens that boys are a little less mature than
Because
girls
it
are.
happens.
Your daughter
mean-
is extremely well. She can be very
It just so
mature.
happens.
And my daughter can be very immature too. But when it comes to like self-censoring, no one did it better than my older kids. My older kids self-censored themselves.
I think mine did too.
They didn't want to watch junk. They didn't want to see what I was seeing. My kids would, cover their eyes if there were people kissing
I
on
tried,
TV.
but I was forced
is
to
my
watch
kids.
The Exorcist.
That sounds like
It's-
some trauma that you probably
It
need
is
to go to therapy
massive
about.
trauma.
You need
Yeah.
to address it. You need to address this.
Yeah,
With the
you
group.
should
Um,
go like Nana and Pep on Sunday.
That's not religious trauma. Well, it could be. It's The Exorcist.
Yeah, Exorcist.
It's The
hello.
Exorcist. It is literally the epitome of religious trauma.
Well, I'm gonna go.
I need an
Listen, I'm
old
gonna
priest
go
and a
back
young
while I'm.
priest. Don't you? I don't remember that, me. I didn't
Her
sleep
first
for like a
comment.
week.
Her first comment was no. Second comment was third comment. Exorcist. ... So yeah. No.
Doesn't
No.
remember it though.
Yeah, doesn't remember it. You're busted.
I'm gonna go back
Gene.
to the question.
You
of
let it
the
happen,
gender
Mom.
bias. Oh gosh.
Maybe we should have
I-
her mom on as an
I think we
episode.
should. I think
yeah.
we really need to make
Not.
this a group effort.
Go ahead and send out the call out number. We're accepting call-ins.
The 1-800 number.
1-800 go.
I'll go
yourself.
answer the phone.
Did you guys know? Fun story. That's a
I
feature
censored
coming to
myself.
Twitch. That is a feature coming to Twitch.
The
Colin.
1-800
Really?
go
Really?
F yourself.
Oh, this is
No.
gonna be
Oh.
epic.
It's not going to be good.
No.
TWK is gonna be
that is
hot.
available on familyfeetlovers.net though.
It's gonna be chaos.
It's a real site. You can go there.
We don't want
Do
to
you
go
dial with your toes?
Mm-mm.
there. You dial with your toes.
It's
I
the
am-
BSBN official website.
I'm just saying.
Do you have those toe socks?
Mm.
I don't have toe socks.
I do.
I kind of like toe socks. This has nothing to
I-
do with the topic,
the
but I really
only-
kind of like toe socks.
Toe
The
socks
only
are
I
my
do
best friend.
too.
The only person I get toe socks for is my buddy Jay because his feet are webbed.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
just
It's a
rude.
real,
that's
it's a
lovely.
real jerk move. Yeah, it's a real jerk move, and I get him toe socks every
Oh,
year
why
for
would
Christmas
you do that?
Poor Jay.
because he's my best
Because
friend.
it's
You're
John.
not
Why
friends.
do you have to?
Yeah.
have-
Oh, probably the same reason I put glitter in his life.
Yeah, I was like, we all see how we treat ourselves here at the PSPN. I get
Right.
Jay toe socks every holiday.
And you are now going
Yeah.
to end up getting
Listen,
glitter for Christmas.
All I
for
know
the
is I'm
remainder of your
bringing
life.
toe socks to con next year.
Mhm.
I just know
Get
this,
Jay to wear 'em.
Sean. I know this, that you weren't missing anything. Little House on the Prairie. I mean, crap. Like even stuff like Full House and Growing Pains. You're not missing shit.
Basically.
I was about to say, Little House on the
What was
Prairie.
Well,
was
Bronner,
their reasoning behind not being able to watch it? Because it's not got the sex, the gore, the. So what was the reasoning behind the sitcoms?
knowing Sean, I'm gonna guess,
Because
and
it
Sean,
wasn't
I want him
Christian.
to type it, but
I
I'm gonna
want
say
him to
it
type it.
wasn't Christian
Exactly.
values.
Full House was. That was like wholesome
Nope.
family values.
They were not
No.
It
religious.
really wasn't.
Really?
And
They
then
weren't
you had
religious.
Lee Davey and a little
There were
hoe.
three
Well, 'cause they were
dudes
trying to-
living
oh, well,
in
apparently.
sin.
DJ.
They
was
were
Maybe
trying to
with
be
each
the ones
other.
that weren't.
There was a character named BJ on there.
That's
I
true.
mean, what rhymes with Bob
Dean
Saget?
totally just did
DJ,
that. You
not
totally
BJ.
Oh.
did that.
Whatever.
This is why we should be censored.
We really should.
We
That's
do.
that's another thing I want to talk about is okay, so we stream, we make content, we do the BSBN. A lot of people ask if I let my kids watch our content.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Not even my
I mean,
big kids.
I would I let them watch CCtv. Like we watch trivia. Like when you guys do CCtv, I will put that
You're
show
welcome.
on.
Luna loves to watch the trivia. She, Mommy, I want to see you on the computer, and I'm like, all right, so I'll throw on trivia.
Well,
That's
even
Other than that, absolutely not.
even for the shows that I upload to the YouTube channel on Cone Carolina's YouTube channel, it asks you obviously if it's for public and if it's for kids.
Yeah.
And unless you
good.
say no,
Which
go
for
through a bunch of
CCTV,
different
you
checks.
always say, because actually the reason for that, and I can actually explain that, the reason for the kid content for that feature is if you notice, if you ever watch a kid video, try to watch it minimized. it will end the video. It's actually to save device batteries for children. And
Not
it
to
won't
censor
appear.
them.
And
They're
it
gonna
won't
let the kids
appear.
watch whatever.
It won't appear on. No, it won't appear on YouTube for kids. There's an entire separate app called YouTube for Kids.
Yeah, Luna.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it just keeps you. I actually had to read a whole paper on it.
Yes, Sean, we
Educate
make
yourself.
content.
Mm.
I don't know about John, but we make content.
Well, I mean, I'm very cautious about like what my kids see as far as our content because, like I said,
We're
anybody.
vulgar adults, but we're doing it in adult time,
Yeah.
not children time. We don't act the same way we do here, like here on CCtv, as we do as they do in BSBN, because that's drinks after the kids all went to bed.
That's
adult
Cinemax
time.
after
Has
dark.
been.
Adult time.
Like I said,
There's
like
a
here,
here in the house.
we're
Playboy
very
after
friendly. And to note friendliness, hey, Great Big Bear, you are a fine gentleman and a lovely friend of mine, and I appreciate you.
Hi, everyone in chat.
Aw.
I forgot to say that. Thank you.
That was so
Over.
sweet, John. What do you
Yeah,
really
did you see
mean?
how hard he had to struggle with that?
Oh, what?
He
No,
struggled.
I can't say that. We're a family friendly network.
We are
Got
family
you.
friendly right here.
Great Big Bear, he knows. He knows what he did.
Okay, going back to the gender bias. Sean had asked, was it Sean that asked about the gender bias? I will say absolutely not, because Luna is way more immature at 5 than Abby was at 5. So I definitely let Abby watch a lot more crap at 5, even though it was still a different generation, didn't matter. Abby was just a different person at 5 than Luna is at 5. And same with Julie.
Julie and Luna, they're like
they are
a
totally
month apart.
different, and they're totally on different mature levels. My child, Luna, down. She's not mature at all.
She's innocent. Like Julie will absolutely
innocent.
She sat and religiously watched Stranger Things. Speaking of which,
Speaking of the devil,
Julie, what was your favorite show on Netflix?
Stranger Things. And
thanks, Great Big Bear. That's in my ear too.
it makes me have bad dreams.
Yeah, Stranger Things made you have bad dreams.
Yeah.
That's why I get shown to watch this. Silly.
Yeah. And the guy got a son, which is the little Pope, and that was a very bad job. And like sticking in the wall. That's a sleep shot.
Sleep shot. You're right. My daughter is now explaining how to put an IV into somebody.
Oh, gotcha.
But like I said, she had to mature a good bit because of her diabetes.
Well, that I mean,
Yeah,
but she was mature before her diabetes.
Yeah.
But no, she was just on a different maturity level, regardless.
Some of the problems I have. Okay, so let's take for instance your show, The Boys.
Somebody.
Okay,
Your show.
but not necessarily The Boys, because I enjoyed it a lot. But there's a thing called The Boys Diabolical, which is a bunch of animated, I think, one-shots that are completely and utterly disgusting. And I mean, like, super violent and ultra, like, just, like, almost
Pushing the envelope.
detestable,
That is what
right?
they're trying to do. Is
Totally pushing the envelope. Okay, so, oh, yeah, let's watch Invincible, or let's watch, Diabolical. And I'm sitting there with, say, a kid, and then I go to get the popcorn, and then the warning comes, and then I come back and
Don't get popcorn.
and I'm like, what?
Don't leave the
room.
Don't leave
Yeah,
them
what are
alone.
you doing?
I mean, nobody sneezed.
You absolutely, but it is up to the parents. You cannot get mad at content creators for putting content, because like I said, I enjoy The Boys. It's really good and it's dark and it is not appropriate.
Horror stories. I
It
love
is
blood.
nowhere near appropriate.
Yeah,
100% inappropriate.
but we
That's why
shouldn't
it's
shouldn't
great.
censor content because a few parents don't know how to watch their kids. Julie, what are you doing?
No, and I don't think we should censor at all. But as individual parents, I don't know what's going on. back
Someone
there.
needs to censor their kid.
But we're family friendly right now.
I got fixed.
I have no idea what's going on. Take pictures.
Did you read something?
She's 5.
She's fine.
She's 5. She's 5. It's cool.
It won't work. It won't work, Great Big Bear.
Great Big Bear. That was poor timing.
Oh, what is she doing? She is
That
just
child was rolling around on the couch, and you did that.
quit trying to look at my kids, Great
Right.
Big Bear.
I can see Daddy.
She's honestly just watching us.
But
Watch,
that was
watch,
one of the
watch. She'll
questions.
show up.
that I had.
Watch, she'll show up over there. Watch,
Mhm.
she'll show up over there.
She's like her dad, a little camera ham.
She is very much
It's a
like
ham.
me.
Yeah, no kidding. She is a
She's
carbon copy.
Oh yeah.
The only thing missing is the beard.
So The Boys is recent. The Boys is a semi-recent development. So
Well, what started it all? What started the decline?
the trend
The
in
decline of
putting more and more out there stuff.
I
That's
honestly
technology.
streaming.
Technology,
I'm
like
gonna-
tech has come, graphics have come a long way. Everything's come a long way. Everybody wants to grow, whether it is with the technology or not. But they're not thinking about the parents that are needing to watch these guys. That some parents don't. Some parents
Right.
just don't.
A lot of
They're
parents don't.
Busy.
That's the problem.
You're right. That's becoming the bigger issue, is that parents are not watching. So then when they find out their kid was watching this, that, or the other, they won't take responsibility for their negligence in any way, shape, or form. They're going to go straight towards the company and they're going to start attacking. You need to not put this on there. No, ma'am. You need to watch
South Park.
child.
You
Right.
got South Park. You have like
And
Howard
that's-
Stern.
My follow-up
Was-
question, is it actually
Deadpool.
recent?
I mean, Deadpool actually was
It's not
Because-
recent.
probably the popular catalyst of it.
Raise your hand if you saw Clockwork Orange. That's not
I never
recent.
seen it.
I'm streaming.
No,
It's
I
not
didn't see it.
recent. And it's not exactly appropriate.
no, it's
but it's
not
great.
appropriate
Oh
at all.
my- Have y'all ever heard of the pirate movie? It is like a 1982 movie, but it is the
It
most
sounds
perverted.
Who's in it?
It is the most perverted 1982 movie almost on the planet. But it was
Oh, please.
all
I'm
dry
adding it to the
adult.
list.
That's a
Do
Roman
it.
Polanski. It's
The
Roman
pirate
Polanski.
movie.
it's
Roman
Roman
Polanski?
Polanski movie.
I don't remember.
think.
Yeah, but it was such dry adult humor. My mom let me watch it forever and ever and ever. And then I didn't even understand. I could
On
not
the
even
list.
appreciate the movie until I actually became an adult. And I was like, this is flipping hilarious. But I missed it all. Like, it just all went over my head. I just like the pirate fights and the songs, the sing-alongs,
Yeah.
as a child, because I mean, it wasn't graphic, it wasn't naughty, it was just all dry adult humor.
My parents tried to prevent me from watching Ren and Stimpy. I don't know if you guys remember this old Nickelodeon. It was the Nick.
I
Parents.
censored myself.
I mean,
Happy
I didn't like
joy,
it.
happy joy.
Now, don't get me wrong. They were right. This Nickelodeon show was incredibly
Awful.
inappropriate,
Totally awful.
but I loved it.
I
The
did too.
Nickelodeon show. They're like,
Yeah, Nickelodeon.
That's why I didn't let Abby and Aiden watch
Right.
Nickelodeon. I was like, nope, y'all are good. PBS for the win.
hey,
Yeah,
There were
Looney
no
Tunes
butt buddies
are
on Sesame
absolutely.
Street.
Hey, I love PBS. PBS Kids
Mhm.
taught. Let me tell you that my kid loves number blocks, and she loves this stuff. Like, she doesn't feel like she's being, censored. She
Beavis
actually
and Butthead.
okay. Beavis and Butthead is
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Jay.
What
See,
about-
I don't
that's-
like Beavis and Butthead
Go
either.
even further back. Go to like the Blue Lagoon.
That baby.
Okay, Bronner. You have to remember that we're all like a generation younger than you.
You went too far back.
Okay.
We love you.
Yeah.
We love you. We
Listen,
love you. We
okay.
love you.
Get back in the time machine.
Blue
No,
Lagoon.
but my parents, I watched the old movies with, I was raised so old fashionedly. It was
I mean, if we're
awesome.
gonna go that old, I mean, what about
Simpson
Fritz the,
did push the envelope. You
what
were
about
absolutely correct.
the movie Fritz the Cat? Have you guys ever heard of Fritz the Cat?
No.
Mm-mm.
It is
Wait,
even older than that. It's
who's
a
in it?
cartoon. Oh, it's an old cartoon by the guy that
Married
did
with
the same
Children?
guy who did the movie Wizards, and he did one of the animated Lord of the Rings. It is a very adult cartoon.
It's
That was
cat
a feature
porn.
film.
Fritz the cat.
Fritz the Cat.
Never heard it.
It's cat
Put it
porn.
on the
Ooh, me
list.
too, Sean.
I've
Married
seen
with
Fritz.
Children was like,
It's a Ralph
Married with
Bakshi
Children?
animated movie,
He
and
picks
it's
on my
Ralph
yoga
Bakshi.
pants.
Very
He's like, you're
disgusting.
Peggy. He calls
But
me
it's good.
Peggy all the time when I wear my crazy yoga pants.
just call him Al.
He's like, all right. He's like, all right, Peggy.
And you never once go, oh, ow.
I never did. I just
You have
giggled.
to.
I will next time.
But Married Children, yeah, they wouldn't let me watch that either. And I'm like, I wouldn't let my kids watch that
See,
today.
I was allowed to watch. I was allowed to watch all of that.
But I think that's what it really boils
My
down
parents,
to.
by the time they got to me, they were tired. I
Yeah.
was not censored. I was not censored. But
I was the
didn't
first. They got all their mistakes out of the way.
Yeah,
watch
no, I was the
whatever.
last. I was number 6.
The
By the time they got to
first-
me, they were tired.
I
I'm
remember
tired
the
just thinking
original
about it.
heavy metal, not just heavy metal 2000.
Ooh.
The original heavy metal was also
Heavy metal. What other weird
That had a
movies
lot of
that were
boobs in
there
it.
that we should have been?
I mean, there's a countless amount of movies, but like I said,
Alright.
the more rampant behavior of it, I think honestly, is the internet, because like I said, by the time we were,
technology.
well, by the time we
Unexpected.
were, by the time we were brazen enough to put this content on network, the FCC had already locked down, and they were like, you can't show this, you can't show that. But when the internet came around, and then like streaming became a thing, like we can show whatever we want.
Because parents have a responsibility as a parent.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is, the FCC didn't control the internet as far as like content standards, because
Because
porn is on the internet.
that's what I'm saying is like because they're like, okay, let's put the responsibility on the actual parent for a change. Imagine that,
God forbid.
y'all.
Yeah,
God
I mean,
forbid.
I'm surprised that actually took hold.
Yeah.
Because I mean, why put the onus on the parent and not blame Big Pharma
And not
or
blame
whoever?
everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a
Right. That's
Karen
just not
asking
the-
the manager why her fries were cold.
Right. Because
We love those
we're
Karens.
targeting you. That's why.
Well, it's like the moms against South Park, the moms against this show. Why are you putting this filth on the air? They did a Futurama episode about it. Bender shouldn't be allowed on
That's when
television.
you just turn this shit off. I'm sorry, that stuff off.
Stuff. Censor yourself.
Now,
Stuff
Sean
off.
asked a really good
You
question.
turn this stuff off.
What do you tend to censor more, violence, sex, or language?
Sex.
Ooh.
Sex.
I do censor sex a lot more than anything else.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest.
I really
Sex
do.
and violence are on the same level of like shielding.
Okay, my violence was probably before the age of 10. Once I
Yeah.
realized that my kid was going to turn out not like a psychopath or crazy, then no, you were not allowed to play Grand Theft Auto before the age of 10. Absolutely not. But if I realize that you actually have a decent head on your shoulder and you're not going down the path of psychopath, okay, I'll start opening doors.
Yeah.
Like I said, this much. I will give it an inch. They start asking for a mile, it's fine, but you have to prove, you have to run every single mile and make sure that you are on point, or I'm going to cut it off.
Yeah,
Cut what
violence
off
would be the
exactly?
first thing.
You got to
I
clarify.
mean,
cutting
depends.
what off.
Show.
It just
I
depends.
Honestly believe it goes like at least for me, it goes, I censor language for like all of it censored. The first to be unblocked is language,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
then violence,
Mhm.
then sex.
Yep. I'm on board with that completely.
I think
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
that's how-
I think that's a
my
general,
kids-
like this.
My
like,
kids are my kids. I mean, they've heard, I mean, the language wise, they've heard worse
Rude.
from their mother.
I was hiding under the pillow.
We know you were
But it's
hiding
so
under
funny
the pillow.
because like we could be saying something, Luna will be all of a sudden a something will spill out, and I'll just simply look at her and I don't make a big deal out of it. That's a mommy word, and she's like, oh, okay, and leaves it alone, and it's done. It's not a big deal. It's not
Yeah.
an ordeal. It's not anything memorable. Just nope, that's mommy word. Okay,
Absolutely.
and it's done.
You know, I was pretty okay with language until I got the first FU from my kids.
Okay, so my 17-year-old, he is allowed to cuss. Like, I mean, I don't stop him because number one, he uses appropriately. Number two, he doesn't abuse it. It's not every other word. But if he does start getting out of hand, I will mention, I'm like, hey, I am still your mom. Respect me. I am still the adult. Respect. You
Yeah.
can say all that stuff, that dirty stuff to your friends, but I am still your mom. There is still a level of respect here.
I do that, and I have the same opinion. Like I said, my 12-year-old, occasionally if he's like very frustrated,
Slip out.
he'll let
He'll
one slip out. But he's very polite about it. He uses it appropriately,
It's not disrespectful.
and he doesn't use it in front of adults.
oh, that's a good one. That's a good secret.
Okay, well, I can wait. It's not that time anyway.
Yeah, my son will just cuss to
It's
cuss.
the cutest thing. Yeah.
So I mean, that's the biggest problem I have with it is that He doesn't
No, that's
show
So
any kind of restraint.
it's so weird
Right.
because as open as my parents were with content, like they didn't care what I watched. There was really no censoring. The rest of my life was censored. Like you don't cuss, you don't wear
Mhm.
makeup. Yes, sir. No, sir. Like
Okay.
prim
Everything about
proper.
your life was like that.
Everything else
You were in a
except for like
shell.
shoving me at highly inappropriate movies.
You were
They're
in
like,
a
Shannon,
shell.
watch
See,
that.
I've
So we're
never,
done.
I think in
Okay.
my entire life, I'm 40 years old. I think in my
We're
entire
moving
life,
on
I've
screen,
dropped the
okay?
F bomb in front of my parents like 3 times. Y'all have been around me in
What?
person. Y'all know how I
Oh,
love
I
the F
know.
bomb.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, the F, that is in my general vocabulary. But no, in front of my parents, I think I've dropped it like 3 times.
I
See, I
I
don't, that's my level of
Uh-huh.
respect.
see me personally. I never curse. I don't think I've ever cursed.
Lightning strike down on him right now.
I've never
What
said.
the
I've never said a
fuck?
swear word.
She called you out.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Yeah, that was like, I don't even think you could
That
have
was
made
my
a straighter
F-bomb.
face lying ever, ever.
Let's poll the audience. Okay.
Has
Audience.
anyone?
Does John
When
curse?
have you heard John curse?
Bueller?
When has
Give us
anybody
some
ever heard me
examples
curse?
of John's colorful vocabulary.
He uses exemplary vocabulary.
I actually, you know what? Most of the time,
Vocabulary
I say
seasoning. That's right, Jay. You're at
It
yes,
is seasoning.
it is. They
Oh.
say that the
No.
most.
If you really think about it, most of the
Not
time I
very-
use child language and I make it horrible, like the phrase waffle stomping, peen. I make just regular words.
You do
Thank you, Covino.
do the highly like immature.
Fiddle your diddle,
Yeah.
wingle wangle. I say things like that,
Hmm.
and everyone goes, just whatever you said was just very inappropriate. And it was.
In a very appropriate way.
John makes
But I'm
normal
sorry.
words awkward. This is true.
I do.
This
Give
is very
me,
true.
give me the wowzers in my trousers.
Yes. Where's the t-shirt?
See, and here's so my 20-year-old, she doesn't cuss. She actually does not cuss.
She does not.
She does not cuss. So the
How is
one
that
time,
possible?
I don't know. She does not.
Where does
cuss.
she work?
She doesn't. She's
That's
above.
why.
No, she goes to college.
You know where I
She's
work.
been in college. No, she was working at Cookout. She finally quit because they were abusive to her. No, that kid is like the most straight edge kid on the planet. It is amazing that it came from me. But
Are
she
you sure
does
it's
not
yours?
cuss. So I'm sure. If you've seen her face, there's
She
no
was at
denying that.
She was at Con Carolinas,
You've
and it
seen
was
her at
like,
Con, remember?
yeah, it was
She
like
looks
a
this.
mirror
Yeah.
image.
They're like, "What's your kid look like?" This,
Like me.
What?
this.
You gotta
Literally
wait till
my
the scene's
mini-me.
over.
But no, so like something happened on her phone one time. She had it on speaker, and she was like, "That was loud as beep," and I was like, "I'm really proud of you. You let that happen."
When
It was
you're
a
proud of your
natural
child for
reaction.
cursing.
Wait,
And
you didn't actually say beep?
No, she didn't say beep, but she would have in a normal
Oh.
situation. But she actually used the F bomb, and I was like, "You let that happen naturally. I'm actually really proud of you. You're a big girl now."
I literally taught my daughter, I think, to embrace her cussing. Like, because I cuss a lot. I mean, a lot.
Really?
A lot. Yes.
Ray
I
had no
would have.
idea.
I
And
would
she
have never
I
guessed.
never would have guessed.
She didn't really cuss very
Not
much.
as much as I do.
She did like that. Like, oh, that was stupid AF. Like, okay, I'm like, what does that mean? And
Oh, I
couldn't
say
get her
I
to
say
it.
AF. Yeah, I say AF all day long.
Oh, I don't. I feel dumb when I say AF.
I
really
said
do.
I said
I don't know.
fiddlesticks the
I
other
don't-
day, Sean.
You're right, babe. You're
I
right.
don't know how to use AF in context. That's the problem I'm having. Because they all look at me like, oh, what? I don't think it means what you think it means. So I'm like, I don't know.
You don't use it
child.
appropriately.
I don't. Or,
Use it
or
appropriately.
inappropriately.
At least you admit it. You're fine with it.
No,
You're
I'm
with
good.
it.
I'm 54. I have to be, right, John?
God, you're old.
God, I'm old.
Shut your
You're
mouth.
almost there, John.
That was
I
Sean,
know.
I think. Was that Sean?
I'm the oldest.
That was Sean.
I'm the second oldest of this entire group, so y'all need to shut.
Right? Yeah, really. Have some respect for your elders.
Hey,
Right?
you make this
Thank
shit
you.
look good.
Mike
Thank
drop.
you, Bronner. Boom.
Why
My
is the
God.
censor episode so hard for us to censor ourselves?
Right? What the fuck is going on now? I'm gonna get kicked off my own show.
Wait, he's gonna get
Wait,
serious.
wait.
He's gonna get serious.
Fuck.
I approve this message. But I have a
I am
question for you,
glad that
John.
you just let that happen naturally.
What's that?
I already know the answer to this question, but it's gonna be a fun question. So,
I just want to hear the
knowing
answer.
the content that you put out,
Mhm.
would you be censoring your children to 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah. I mean, until they're appropriately aged.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, 50 Shades of Grey, I will always censor because that movie is garbage.
Thank you.
That is a
Garbage.
horrible
seen
representation of the
it.
kink community.
I heard way too much bad stuff about it. I am going to say I've never wasted
Yeah,
2
it
hours
is
of my life on it. Thank you very much.
Me
I'm
either.
going to have the talk with them. If they are interested in stuff like that, when we have the talk, I'm going to be like, I will teach you all the, when the time is right, I will show you the appropriate things.
Wait, good day.
I have an older niece. She is 20. She's about your daughter's age, and I helped raise her, and she is heavy into the kink community, and I helped educate her there. She was like, I am trying to get into this lifestyle. Let me show you the safe ways of doing this. Because I'm sorry, when it comes to that, that's knowledge, that's information. You can never have too much information and education.
So
You
there
know,
is
I don't
something
censor.
that we all agree should be censored.
Yeah.
Us?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. I censor
100%.
us. Literal doo-doo water.
This is why we do our stuff after dark.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just
There's
I
a
need
reason
a
we're not
show
doing this
after
stuff
dark.
at 3 p.m. when everybody, that would be a good show. I should do the show after dark. Be like, y'all, just welcome to Buttercup's weird ass world.
You know where this gonna happen.
that's a
I mean,
great
I am
name for
doing.
the show.
By the way, Bronner and Ray, can we get you to come over one night? I'm starting a new stream that happens randomly called Drunk Mario Maker,
Oh, yes.
where we're gonna play Mario levels, but we're gonna drink and we're gonna play progressively harder levels to see where we can't beat it.
I can't wait.
I can't beat
I'm
level 1.
excited.
Yeah, I
so-
can't beat it now. So what does that mean?
Oh,
And I
and
don't
these
drink.
are user generated
Oh, I'm
levels.
drinking. I'm drinking.
All
I'll
right.
Amy
probably
and
get
Sister.
better as I drink.
Yeah.
I would to a confidence level, and then I would get stupid because I got too cocky instead of confident. I would
Ooh,
pass
Mom with
confidence
the
and
easy
hit cocky,
questions.
and then I'd be done.
Hmm.
Would you censor after not being censored as a kid?
I
I
would.
wasn't censored, and I censor like hell.
Yeah.
That was
I
really
would.
an oxymoron. I censored like hell.
No, I mean
No, I think-
everybody's
I censor
different.
like hell.
Yeah,
I think-
jumbo shrimp.
You know, the world is a little bit different. The content
That's
is
great.
different there. You know, the kids. So yeah, I think you have to be a little bit more diligent about what your kids are encountering. You know, a
Even
couple
in
clicks
school,
away from watching porn on YouTube. So
this is
you know,
true.
if you're not ready for your kid to be into that, then yeah, absolutely. I'd be
There's a such
censoring.
thing as internet history.
I didn't have that.
Yeah,
Right.
I found out about internet history because my mom showed me what internet history was.
This is a good story.
I walked in and I was like,
This is why you watch your kids.
I was like, I doubt my mom was visiting the same website I did, but I think I might be in trouble. And but Sean said, like, what video games do you censor? And I will say this: I do the ratings, like the video game ratings. I follow
Everyone.
those. Yeah,
I
rated
did
E for
that.
everyone, rated teen.
Yeah, I did that.
Jay
big time.
said that he plays it first.
And yeah, I do as well.
Oh, that's good.
I'll play it first. And yeah, again, it's same basis of levels. Like, okay, I won't let my son play GTA.
Nope. I wouldn't at that age.
My son did.
Absolutely
But
not.
I let
But
him
now
play
at
Fortnite.
17, I don't. You watch.
He's
you're
living
decent.
GTA. I mean,
Yeah,
Basically, yes.
I mean, my son is, and he's only
Yeah.
18.
He's a good kid. So I mean, I have zero censorship on what my 17-year-old is encountering right now, because number one, he's open with me about everything. He
He's
called
earned
me.
Mhm.
He's earned that. The maturity level is there now. So yeah, I don't censor
Mm-hmm.
anything. He just tells me about everything, and I'm like, okay, you know. I went through his phone, and it's everything he tells me, whether I like it or not. It's still an open conversation. So the maturity level is still there.
I'm just now letting my son start playing Call of Duty, but I'm very limited of what he can do is online. He can only play with friends. He can't play with open lobbies and all that. Like
I did the same thing with Aiden.
Oh
I did
my
the same
God, they
thing.
have so much in common. We should hook them up.
You should get together.
We should hook them up.
I don't know if this would work.
Matchmaker.
He's really weird.
I
I'm
know.
not pretty enough to be this weird.
I need that on a shirt.
Actually,
We
yeah.
just had that conversation today. That's
I
actually
had
a real
somebody at
thing.
work. I was talking to somebody, and a patron turned around, and she looked me up and down. And she went, "You are not pretty enough to be
That's
that
a real
weird."
thing.
And just turned around and walked out. And I was like,
They
"That's the
said it
greatest
to
thing
you?
I've ever heard." Yeah, they
And
said
then
it
he
to me.
texted me and said, I kind of want to put that on a shirt.
Do it. And I will buy like 5.
Yeah.
I'd
So
rock the hell out of
this
one.
weekend, sometime this weekend,
Look,
probably
y'all, this
Sunday,
is
I'm gonna make that shirt.
Yeah.
I'm not good looking enough to be this weird.
No,
No, you's
I'm
pretty.
not pretty enough.
I'm not
He's
pretty.
pretty. Yeah, definitely he's pretty. I'm not pretty enough to be this weird.
Okay, I'll wear that shirt too.
Hey,
I'd
Calvino,
wear it too.
don't eat in white shirts.
Yes,
Do
don't
that.
eat white. Oh God, my white shirts are hungry.
I'll get you a snack.
They always want
Always.
the food too. It's terrible.
That's-
Always.
That's why
My
I stopped
white
buying
shirts
white
are
shirts.
hungry.
My shirts only want
Me and
greasy
white do
food.
not get along.
Mm-mm.
Did y'all see mine? Since we were talking about kids, I totally did this.
Mhm.
I was like, I'm rocking it.
Ooh,
They're weird. They should hook up. No,
you're welcome, Calvino.
Yeah.
he's weird.
I'm here for anything.
We would not work as a relationship. We can
Never.
barely stand to be in the same room together.
This
I
has
know.
been pure torture.
Yeah.
The best part about all of this is the child doing like somersaults on the couch.
Yeah.
And we're just like, I love it. I love it. I'm just like watching it. I'm entertaining
Like, who needs
myself.
content? Boom.
We got a kid.
Hello. Um,
All right. She stole the show. Handle it, girl.
She
Okay.
did.
Hello.
You say hello to the internet?
Hello.
Say hi, internet.
All right. Tell the internet
you go.
not to watch bad shows. That's what we're telling them.
Yeah.
Do not watch what I was watching. And I love that
You were just outed, John.
You did just get outed.
I love
Do
it.
not watch what I was watching.
100%.
That's
You
that
didn't watch
weird
it. My
level
daddy
right
lets me
there.
watch.
See, she
Right.
sits
By
for
the way,
herself.
you're grounded forever.
Daddy's grounded. Daddy's
There you go.
grounded.
All right.
10
So
days.
you are a switch.
All right. Go watch a show while we
Not
finish.
the right
Okay,
show.
We're almost done. We're almost done. Okay.
We're almost done.
Almost done.
I thought it was funny.
That's hilarious.
Almost done. No.
They didn't even hear me.
No.
That's the beauty part of it.
Oh boy.
The whole internet heard
No.
me, but John didn't.
I think he was talking.
I did not hear what you say.
No.
Don't make me
You'll just have to watch
visibly
it later.
rewind the tape. I will right now.
Oh, come
here it
on,
goes.
please do.
Look, we got another kid intruding. We cannot
All the
stop
kids.
with the kids intruding. All the kids.
That's the one you gotta censor the most, though.
Where's
All
the
the
other kid?
kids.
I didn't see any kids.
Shep poked his head in.
See, you missed it. That's
You
what
missed
happened.
it. I
See?
missed something. You
See?
missed
Don't make
something.
me
That's
rewind
fair.
it.
I can't. I just realized I
I don't
cannot
have the
rewind it on
technology.
the monitor.
Thanks, Shep.
I'm just
Um,
I don't have technology like that, or I don't know how to. I don't know
That was
how.
fair play.
But
It was
I mean,
good.
all in all, censorship is on the part of the parents, not the content creators.
Yeah,
No,
like I've never
absolutely
once
not.
been mad at a movie because
Like-
it had a boob in it. Like, why would that's not? That's
It could
I
not-
mean, I'm mad at a movie when it doesn't have a boob. in
I
it.
agree with you on that. However, comma,
I rate movies by how many boobs
By how
there
many
are. That was a 9-boob movie.
An
Yeah.
odd number? That would be a little weird.
You only got side boob a little bit, or is that a
That's
quarter?
my favorite phrase.
that was some
I
thigh.
saw.
That was
I
thigh
saw 7 boobs
and a thigh.
and a thigh.
But hey, can you answer a serious question? Is side boob a quarter boob or is it a half boob?
It depends on how big the boob is.
I know it's half boob.
There's no
Quarter
there's not like a
boobs.
measurement.
Half
there.
would be one. So half is a quarter.
Okay, so it's a quarter boob. Good.
Yeah,
My
it's
mouth.
a
My mouth
no,
is
no.
solid on that
It's
one.
not a quarter boob. It's
It's
quarter
a quarter
boobs.
boobs.
It's half boob, quarter
Quarter
boobs.
Yeah,
But
we make too
boob,
much math
but
out there.
boob is a person that is an idiot. Oh, you're a boob.
Hi.
One of
Okay,
my
another
clients,
serious
one of
question.
my clients called someone a ding dong today, and I laughed. I was like, I have not heard someone be called a ding dong in so
They
long.
have censored. I mean, he censored himself.
So I have a serious question.
You ding
He's-
dong.
Okay.
I've
You
heard
ding
about
dong.
Buttercup being censored, or not. John, we've heard from you. We've heard from me, but we haven't heard about Bronner's level of being censored.
Oh,
Yeah.
were you
How are you
censored?
protected
How- yeah.
as a
I
kid?
know.
Hmm.
Why are you not telling us?
Knowing Bronner, I would say no.
All right. So here's the thing.
Here's
is,
the
Or
thing.
overly
Here's the
so.
lowdown. Here's the lowdown.
is my mom was kind of a,
Oh,
and so she like
I'm sorry, what was that?
What was that word?
she kind of spread her wings a lot. Spread her wings a lot. In life.
I think he's saying whore.
I'm pretty sure he's censoring himself and saying
Yeah.
whore.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. So, but yeah, so she was not home at night. During the day she worked. So I was pretty much left to my own devices. So that's why
So
I
you
turned
were
out
not
all.
censored.
Yeah. No.
Doesn't know how to say. It can curse all day long until it comes to that, and he's just like, I don't know how to say this
I
word.
can't
My
say this
mom,
word.
bro. It's not
Okay.
because it was the
That's
word
the
whore.
respect level.
It's because it
That's
was
the
my mom.
respect level. That was the respect level.
Wait, is
Let
that a
him have
bad
the respect.
word?
Okay,
Let him have the respect.
It's not a bad word though.
it's not.
It's definitely not family friendly.
I mean, it's
Like Monty Python, right?
Do not upload this as children friendly.
I never
This is
do.
like-
Thank God.
Just call it ROUS.
I'm just
Like,
saying the
fire
word
you.
BSBN is in the title somewhere. You can't have this around children.
You legally can't do it. It's just-
Yeah,
Right.
Because we're
There's- I
talking
think
about
we
censorship
signed
does
something
not mean
on
we
that.
are censored.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is a
Okay.
BSBN production. It is not.
is not a
It's not allowed
religious show.
17 yards to a
All right.
school.
So we're all adults.
Well, except for
Mostly.
maybe.
I mean, age-wise, yes.
Age-wise,
So-
yes.
Age-wise, yes. What's your point?
Get your point.
You know, my question is, what were you censored from, like, as a kid, that as an adult now you go, that was ridiculous for me to be censored?
Oh,
Nothing.
good question.
Nothing.
They were tired.
Squirt guns.
No,
I wasn't allowed to have toy guns.
Oh.
I did that to my kid. He was not allowed to have Nerf guns until a certain age. I did not.
No,
Like, 'cause
Nerf
I don't like
guns, squirt guns, anything.
I did that, but I mean, I don't with Luna. I love that.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to have Nerf guns. I'm like,
Okay.
Children.
that's
Chat
ridiculous.
too. I want to know your answers.
Yes, chat.
I don't seriously, like I said, by the time my parents had
almost
seen it all, they'd seen teenage pregnancies, they'd seen partiers, they'd seen,
Yeah.
and I don't think at that
At
point
it-
there was
I'll get you a low cost.
They're like, whatever.
right. Yeah, they're like, you know what, you can't surprise us. Let's just see how this one turns out. And I am the colorful sheep of the family. However, I am successful. I am stable. I have a decent head on my shoulders. But yeah, I'm weird as hell. And I'm the one with the tattoos and the colored hair and the, that loves the wigs and the makeup and all that stuff. But my entire family enjoy it. They don't care. They don't judge.
Yeah.
because I'm essentially a decent person. So I guess for being uncensored in the 80s and the 90s,
They
Turn out
essentially
to that.
censored me from like stuff like Ren and Stimpy, South Park, and pretty much the content that I create now. I would be censored as a child from watching me.
we were poor. I didn't have cable. That was probably their form of censorship. is I didn't have cable. I'm just saying,
You
like
don't
I
have it,
didn't
you
have
can't watch it.
Well,
exactly.
I didn't
we
have
had
cable either, but I
VHSs
wasn't
and
allowed to
5
go to
channels.
friend's house and watch it. Like they're like, if
I
I
could do
caught
that.
you, if they caught me watching something at a friend's house, I was still grounded.
Oh no, see, it didn't matter what I watched at friends' houses because they had
Alright.
cable. I didn't have cable, so whatever you do, you do.
But
Just
they had nothing. They had no say over the videotape I found in the woods.
I heard that story.
That is
Don't-
not
don't.
a
Please
See,
don't
No,
do
we
that.
cannot
Please
say
don't
it
open
here.
that can.
We
Yeah,
cannot
don't-
tell that
don't
story
open
here.
That can of worms. Don't.
All right.
Friday.
But
Put a
check
pin in it.
out We Should Be Dead coming in 2 weeks to the Dondero streams. It's a very fantastic podcast about growing up in the 90s. We'll talk censorship, all right.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
lack thereof.
The weirdest thing is, like, because Sean was censored from music. That's
Oh yeah,
you know.
that's the hardest part for me.
That is weird.
Was getting
See, I wasn't even censored
over
in music.
the whole censorship in music and the whole like ratings in music, the whole Tipper Gore thing. I lived through all that and I hated it. So that's why
I hate the
I
crap
have
that my
such
son listens to. But
an
he listens
appreciation
to
for
it.
music today because of it.
See, I was censored from makeup. Like I wasn't allowed to, do the makeup thing or anything like that. But I could watch whatever I wanted. My father was singing Tupac, like music, movies, the rest, everything else was uncensored.
now.
Don't put glitter on your face. I mean, it was the 90s,
See,
so I just wanted to
I
put
was
glitter on
never
my face.
censored in music
I
because I
wasn't in
played in the
music.
band.
The
But
world
I wasn't
was.
allowed to have my ears pierced until I was 12. And that could be
Nah.
why I currently have 20
Mhm.
piercings.
Could not do piercings, or like I could not get a piercing until I moved out.
I couldn't get a piercing until I was 12.
And then I had a lip piercing, nose piercing, eyebrow piercing, and both my ears pierced immediately, like literally the week I moved out.
So
See,
what's
I was
this
like, put all
part?
the holes
What's
in
this
me.
part
the
called?
cartilage,
Cartilage.
I've got that one too.
No, like the
the
piercing.
the piercing. What's it called? I can't remember.
Oh gosh.
Track? No, trach.
Trach. Yeah, it's a trach. It's a trach.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
trach.
All right.
I
We were
got
You
one
talking
have
about
that,
it the other
right?
day.
I
Yeah.
do.
But
Yeah, I
it's
got-
weird
that
because
one had
I had my ears
Tragus.
pierced as a baby,
tragus.
and I don't
Tragus.
have his name.
Tragus. Look at us. It takes 20 of us to actually find
Yeah,
our
right.
it's tragus, not target.
Calvino knows
Yes, that-
everything.
He was
Calvino knows.
closer. He was closest.
Who's the closest?
He
He
got
was
the
the
Gus.
closest.
Next time we do trivia, Calvino's on my team.
Dude,
Oh.
I'll tell you what, Calvino's a
2
smart
weeks.
man.
2
So
weeks.
let's-
If you guys
Listen,
check out the
so-
Discord, you can see his afro puffs, and it's beautiful on our Discord.
seen
Oh,
them.
I've seen him. The little space buns.
Mhm.
Hey,
They're
so
cute.
They are
listen, when we
awesome.
do
I love
trivia
them.
again, we were thinking about doing a
Don't-
Bronner versus
Bronner
Ray.
versus Bronner, but then we each get to pick who we want to represent, for our team. Like if I was to
Like, we're
pick
splitting
someone
the
right
team.
now,
Like me and Calvino versus him and
Great
somebody
Big
else.
Bear or Jay.
I don't
or
know. Can I
Hope
have
or
Calvino and Bear?
Miko, not John. Anyone but John.
I knew all the answers. I knew every
So did
answer.
Calvino and
His face
Bear.
was so intense. I didn't even see the face. I was watching you, Ray. I didn't even see his face, and then I'm like,
I want Calvino and Bear.
I mean, Calvino I get, but the turd bear?
I'm just the hostess. I'm
He
just
knew
the
all
I'm
the
just
That
answers.
turd.
Because he's a turd.
Well, he's better
Sorry.
than a Dondero. Dondero sounds like a bird.
I'll take a turd if I have to, I do what it takes to win.
Love Sean.
I hate both of these
I don't
people.
think he knows how to feel right now.
I hate both of you.
You do realize I'm gonna have to rock this guy to sleep, right?
Yeah. Just,
Rock.
why do I
Way
ever
to
come on
censor
this?
yourself.
Why do I ever
Way to
come on this
censor.
dumb show?
You're welcome. I do what I can.
Because we love you.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
very, very funny. All right. So, well, speaking of the BSBN, what's happening this week?
All right. Oh yeah.
There's a lot
Sorry.
happening.
Right.
So on
She
Thursday,
got this.
Sunday, and Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern, we've got the Blue Skirt Boy Adventures on any of their channels. Sean,
Oh,
put 'em up.
God.
Put 'em up. Thank you. After that, it does say
thanks,
Don Dare.
John.
It's because he commented right before you did it.
Yeah, let
Fine.
the producer
You produce. You. Sean, go,
That just
This is my
happened.
show.
you know what, Sean?
Can
Go
I do the
ahead.
calendar? On your show, you can do the calendar. This is my show. You just sit there and look pretty.
Little control
I
freak.
love you, Sean.
But you're not pretty enough to be this
I'll be
weird.
over in 10 minutes.
You are not pretty enough to be this weird, John.
All right.
1 minute.
At 10 o'clock, after the BSBN adventures, you guys Dark Nor After
Oh,
Dark
God.
with Nev. Nev's
Yay,
awesome.
Nev. Nev
I
is
would take
fun.
Nev too.
He's funny.
I would. Let's be honest.
He's got the best sense of humor.
Friday at
of the
10
group.
o'clock.
Let's be real here.
Dinks with
I
Kings.
can't argue with that.
Then at 11:30, you got Freak Out Femboy Friday on Hope's channel.
I
We
would
love
take
some
I
Hope.
would take Hope.
I would take Hope too.
Hope's smart.
So would I.
We really
Okay.
we really
Who
need to just
wouldn't
start
take Hope?
separating and make more teams. Like maybe we need to do this more often than every 6 weeks.
You know what? I proposed that.
Let me get through
and
this, and I'm going to tell you my idea.
Okay, sorry.
So
sorry.
then
I'm here for
Saturday
it.
at 3:30 Eastern, you got Miko's shenanigans. We would totally take Miko too. Just throwing that out
wouldn't?
there.
So would
I
I.
would take Miko.
Sunday at 1 o'clock,
I
we're
went
going to
in off the
discuss
bat.
some trauma, quite possibly my exorcist trauma. But that's with Nana and Pep Pep. They've got religion, they've got trauma, and they have coffee. And it's a
I
beautiful,
would take a
wonderful thing.
ruse.
I would definitely take a ruse. Monday,
I'm gonna do this.
every other Monday, it's Auntie and Unc tell you about it on Miko's channel with Glitch, who is amazing.
Lay down
We love them both. I'd take either of them.
off the bed.
We got Don
What
Darrowing.
are we talking about when we're taking these people? Where are we taking them to?
Wherever. Just wherever. Just everybody but John. Don Darrowing 101
It's questionable.
at 9:30 Eastern. You're going to go into a Roogs happy hour. Wednesday, 8:30s. We've got the Dweebs, Weaves, and Interweaves. And then at 9:30, D Wayne and his home show. I think D Wayne would be good too.
D-Wayne, he's smarter
D Wayne
than,
would be good. He's smart, so
than
I'd take
pretty
him
much
too.
anyone on the planet.
And then that'll bring you right back to us on Thursday, CCtv.
Come full circle. Come full circle.
It all comes full circle.
You
So my
orbit the
idea,
moon.
my idea for the trivia next year, con. Everybody up front, we need buzzers. And we're gonna have teams of like 5 people.
Yay, we need buzzers.
We're gonna have
Okay,
teams
go
of like
ahead.
5
Countdown.
people, and we're gonna buzz. It's gonna be great. I don't know how
Would
we're
you
gonna
like-
do it.
How
I
would
need
you
the
like to
smart
have
people
your
to make buzzers?
Couch.
How would you like to have your own stream every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern?
How about
Would you like that?
I would like a pink,
A pink one. A pink one.
A pink
We'll just do
unicorn.
an hour of
rainbow one.
a rainbow stream. Okay, we'll do Julie's Rainbow Hour every Thursday.
Sounds good to
Planning-
us.
Planning
Thursdays
We
are
love
free
you too.
again.
We can go on a date.
All for the content. It's all for content.
I don't have to censor myself anymore.
Score!
You guys are awesome. We still
I
love you,
really
John.
love being here.
Abuse.
I saw
I'm
that.
reporting it.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're gonna raid Jay tonight, so please stay where you are if you're in the chat,
Sit tight.
and we're gonna raid on over to Jay.
Hold on to your hats.
And
We're heading over.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of whatever happens on Thursday. She just said it. But
Oh God.
They
oh
have
yeah,
no idea.
Gaming.
they're
They
gaming,
have
but
no
they
idea
have no
what they're
idea what
playing.
they're playing.
Welcome to the BSBN, where the people on the BSBN don't even know what the people on the BSBN are doing. I love it.
Yeah. What are you
No.
guys playing?
Goodbye,
night.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Peace, love.